Hey YouTube, how's it going? How was your day today? Today I worked from home and my eyes were bugging me again, so I made sure to put the heaty thing on my eyes that I actually did yesterday in our stream with Anne Marie. That's why I turned off my camera for like 7 minutes so I could do the thingy on my eyes. But it's a lot nicer working from home because I don't turn on any lights and it's just the light from the windows, and then my eyes don't hurt and I can actually like focus on my work, because in any office there are so many fluorescent lights and so harsh, and there's like 600 lights right above you, and it's really hard. It really hurts my eyes. So I'm probably going to do that again tomorrow. Just stay home an extra day and take care of my eyeballs and rest them when I need to. We already have a bunch of friends here. I'm so excited. Hi, Lori. Thank you for the reminder. And Demi, hey Demi, Mr. Ranger Lab, hello. And Gary, hey Gary, and Cena, and Jenny, yay. So awesome. I'm so excited. I have people here. I am doing a really quick stream today because I was really wanting to stream, but my husband needs the office shortly. So we're just going to react to a quick stream and a quick video of my friend John Melton. And I know there's, I think, isn't Julie Joe going live in like 15 minutes? So yeah, go watch her if you want to. And also, like, this will be quick. So, like, you can go watch her after. It was funny. My dad was politely getting on my case. He's like, stop telling people to go watch other people's streams. He's like, stop reminding people of the other streams. So maybe I should stop doing that. Oh, hey, Elaine, and hey, PH Actress. Yay, so many people here. So this is John Melton, famous MLM coach. I cover him a lot. Oh, you think it's tomorrow? I thought it was today, Demi. Okay, I won't miss it then. I've covered John Melton a lot, and I've found different topics that I haven't covered before on his videos. And this one is how to react when your network marketing company is shut down. This is like a very mild trigger warning, I guess. He's talking about PTSD a little bit, and there's one quick mention of, what was it, drug use, but it's so quick. It's so quick, and you won't even notice. But very slight, mild trigger warning. Dad is looking out for you. Yeah, he's like, stop it. They're here. They're at your video because they want to watch your video. Okay, so Julie Joe's live stream is tomorrow. I was incorrect. All right, so that's what we're watching today. It'll be quick, and then we can go about our evenings or our mornings or our afternoons. I need a drink. All right, let's go.
This is why you have to get committed. This is why you have to develop skills. You have to build a personal, you know why it wasn't a big...
Oh man, the moment I start the video, my screen goes weird. Oh man, okay, let's try again.
Big deal. When our company was shut down, or I'm like, why, God, why? Had to keep the faith. Say, hey, can't have a testimonial if you're never
I'm so sorry. I practiced this before. My connection was perfect and wonderful. Okay, so he's saying when his company closed down, it wasn't that big of a deal because you can't have a testimonial without turmoil or something along those lines. And that kind of negative experience makes you a stronger leader. And there's a lot of that rhetoric in MLM where insecurity, changes in your business just make you stronger. It's part of the normal business owner life cycle, and it will just make you a better leader later on down the road. So he's going to say that it was a good thing that his network marketing company closed because he found his current company, and he's a multimillionaire with his current company, which is Modere. He's one of the few people who does MLM coaching while also actively building his MLM business. And he's going to tell us that if we're upset that our emblem company closed, that it's our fault, and it's because we're not building our business the way we should be building our business. And it's a lot. It's a lot because he's really, in my opinion, invalidating the valid feelings of fear that some people may experience when if they're lucky enough to actually make money when their livelihood is taken away. Or if they haven't made money yet, they're trying to establish an income, they're trying to build their business. Say they've ranked up a few times, say they're starting to see some revenue, and then that just rips away, and then they have to start from the beginning. I don't like that. Page Actress, that is right. We do want to watch your videos. Thank you. Hello, Christina. How's it going? Thank you for joining. Oh, it's Max Headroom again. The way he leans in and away from the camera is mesmerizing, just like John Candy's Johnny LaRue on SCTV back in the day. Ooh, I don't know who that is. Interesting. Cool. I was confused too, especially since Erin started her stream almost 2 hours ago. Yeah, I thought Erin was going live, and then Julie Jo was going to go live like right after. I thought I don't know. I got confused. Why, God, why? Because your company was a scam, sir. And in the other videos, he said that he didn't think that his company should have been shut down. It should have just been given a fine. And it's like, of course you didn't think that, because you were probably one of the few people who were lucky enough to make good money in your past company. You were probably high up in the pyramid. Now, I know you were, because you're going to tell us later that people follow. No, I shouldn't just say the whole video right now. He ranked up really quickly in Modere after his other company shut down because people followed him because he did cross recruitment. We love it when the sirs start flying. Yes, and Demi already started with the sir. That's funny. All right, I'm actually going to let him talk.
The one thing I came to realize when our company was shut down, how important it is to build a personal brand. The importance of building a personal brand, to build a community, to build relationships. We didn't skip a beat. Our company was shut down. We joined a new company, and literally our first month, we enrolled 38 people. 38 people we enrolled the very first month. And I never even did a public post. I never even posted about this. Why? Because
Sorry, my fucking computer. Camera off for just a minute. So he said in the first month, he had 38 people. First month in Modere, after his other company shut down, he had 38 people join him in his first month, and he didn't even have to do a public post. People just joined him. In a past video, he told us about how he said things like this to his downline. Oh, we're going to a new company. You can do whatever you want. We love you, and we want you to come, but we'll love you either way. And it's like, sure, you didn't necessarily sit there and say, you must join me. You are coming or else you're dead to me. But what you did, sir, is you still did cross recruiting, because you gave incentives to your people to join you through the form of praise and attention and positive attention. So it's still cross recruiting, and it's not a good thing. It's not something to brag about that you were able to shoot up in the ranks so quickly, obviously, because when your company shut down, you were in an extremely privileged position, and you were able to use that privilege to bring 38 new people over to your company. Right, Cena? I'm a little surprised that he only recruited 38, to be honest, if he was such a big leader. I still think 38's a lot. That is more than one per day. But when the WFAB leaders came over from Monate, didn't they bring over like 70? And that was multiple leaders in Monate. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think 38 is a lot for just one couple, or it's not that much? If it's our company meeting yours, how did it shut down without you doing the shutdown? Oh, because it's not your company. That is why. Yeah, true. Let's try with my face again. Let's see what happens. If it's our company, could it get shut down without our knowledge? Maybe, because if we're a CEO of a company, then we are accountable to the board. And so I guess in that case, like if the board makes a big decision, we could be shut down, but we would still have more control over that as a CEO or a founder. I was struggling to read this comment, Elaine, because I kept thinking, does anyone like Blackpink? And does anyone know the song Shutdown? And so many shutdowns in one sentence. I was just like playing the song Shutdown in my head over and over again. Oh, thank you, Jenny. That's so nice. I get frustrated for sure. I do. But it's usually only for like 2 seconds when my internet or my connection is shitty, and then it comes back at least. I assume that was in a... Oh, okay. Do we think that... So we think it may not be the people he brought with them. Oh, maybe. What do you mean, John? Tell us. Tell us. I tuned in just in time to hear Heather ranting. Right? And nice to see you, Nomi. Thank you for joining. That's true. Okay, you're correct. You're correct, because the company was dead. You're right. And so those people are looking for another company. They were probably scared. They're worried about their income, and they already had trust established with him. And so they joined him in Modere. That's fair. Thank you. And I'm just thinking, say if the company wasn't dead, that kind of behavior, say if he goes to another company from Modere, that kind of behavior, you're not technically saying, come with me, but you are praising them and saying nice things to them with the hope that they'll join you, right? What do you think? But yes, you are totally correct. You are totally correct with that, Zena. Listen to K-pop, so I know Blackpink, but not that song. Sounds perfect, though. Oh my gosh, I love me some K-pop. Does anyone listen to K-pop here? If so, what do you like to listen to? Okay, let's keep going.
Because I had influence. Now, it took, 10 plus years to build up that level of influence, to build up that level of credibility, so that when I did launch something new, I had people in my inbox without me even having to do a post. I didn't even have to do a video. People knew our company was shut down and we were going somewhere. But I branded me. I started putting out content to offer solutions to people's problems. I was building relationships on the back end, not with an agenda, not with commission breath. I was just being a good human. I wanted to connect with people. I wanted to help people. And especially when I started finding people that were like me, I found my tribe. I found people that had the same MLM PTSD that I did. Weirdos like me.
Sir, Gary, the sirs are flying. There's a lot to say. So first, number one, you did not have a hard time when your company shut down because you built credibility, legitimacy within your organization, and you were able to bring people with them. It's not with you. It's not because you just have a massive team and they'll follow you wherever you go. It's because you just made really valuable posts. You just brought people in to your story through social media, right? What's my point? Sorry. He's making it seem like all you need to do is just have good posts and then people automatically just follow you to another company. It has nothing to do with him being in the company for 10 years and him having a huge ass downline who of course is just going to follow him everywhere. I feel like I get frustrated when people in MLMs don't acknowledge their privilege. He could easily just say, I had an easier time when my company shut down because I have a huge downline and those people automatically followed me. Not, I had valuable social media posts. Yeah, does that make sense? Sorry, I did not explain that well. And then MLM PTSD, I don't like it. I don't like it. I know this is a societal issue where people will talk about having PTSD if they're stressed or anxious or anything, but I won't go into this for a hugely long time. But it's more than just having a stressful situation, stressful reaction to something. It's more than just having a bad day. It kind of like changes your physiology, changes how you react to things, changes how your brain functions, changes your like chemical makeup in your brain. It's not just a reaction to an MLM closing. However, we don't know his experiences. Like, we don't know if something actually traumatic had occurred within his MLM. We don't know his true experience, but I feel like he's using it in the context of it just being like flippant, like, oh, it closed, I had PTSD from it. And I really don't like that. I think it's really dismissive of how debilitating PTSD symptoms are for lots of people and the lifelong journey it takes to be able to function with it and be able to have coping mechanisms so you can go through your day-to-day life and feel kind of healthy, you know? Yes. So he's like, oh, I communicated with people without an agenda. No, you communicated with them and you were nice to them so they'll stay in your company for as long as possible. Like, there's always an agenda in MLM. There always is. Yeah, stop saying MLM PTSD. Exactly. I only listen to Blackpink songs. Otherwise, ooh, I've never listened to J-pop before. How interesting. Cool. Say this every time. I think it's entirely possible to end up with PTSD or at least PTSD symptoms from the inherently manipulative and often abusive environment of MLMs, especially if you're in for a long time. Exactly. That's why I said we don't know his situation. We don't know how he was treated, but like, my comment still stands. Like, we shouldn't be saying that if we don't at least have actual true symptoms of PTSD, in my opinion. And if it's not actually a diagnosis or the experience of some symptoms, it's just being said in a flippant manner, and I think that's harmful. But yes, exactly. But a company closing and being worried about your financial future does not equal PTSD in any way. Exactly. Yeah, that's my point. We could have a whole long rant of our own about K-pop. Yeah, it's my all-time favorite, but I listen to lots of groups. Have been to a few concerts: NCT Dream, Pentagon, Super M. Okay, me, what do I like? NMIXX, Everglow, ITZY, Stray Kids, ATEEZ. I think those are my favorite for sure. New Jeans, of course. I love ITZY though. I've loved ITZY for such a long time. Oh, there's so many comments. Exactly. No, don't say MLM PTSD. Why is that a good thing that he found so many people with his issue and used it to his advantage? Exactly. Yeah, I've never been to a K-pop concert before. Tell me a few J-pop groups to listen to. A lot of K-pop songs get released in Japanese too. Yeah, like Stray Kids. A lot of Stray Kids songs get released in Japanese. And a few ITZY ones. I don't know if he actually felt anything serious, but I do know that if Amway shut down right now, my parents would have an extreme adverse emotional response. Yeah, and I don't want to invalidate his experiences, right? Because I don't want to claim to know what he went through, because he could have gone through something severe. He could have had a severe emotional response that felt like it could have been PTSD. And in that case, it's valid. But yeah, I'm going to say it again. If it's not the same as just having a stressful response to or a certain kind of response to a stressful environment, a stressful situation. Okay, let's keep going.
I thought it was a good idea to pursue your dreams, pursue your goals, to leverage social media, to build an online business, to put out content. Listen, I used to be terrified of public speaking, terrified, doing videos and telling my story, because I didn't think I had anything valuable to share, but I also knew that I didn't want to have to chase the business. I wanted the business to chase me. Can I get an amen? If you want to master this conversation of attraction marketing, if you want to build a real business, you do realize there is an unlimited income opportunity in your company, and it's residual. Yes, it's hard to build. You see people get, sucked into these like get rich quick schemes, right? High ticket this and selling stuff that they think can make more money faster. But whatever that high ticket thing is, whether it's like high ticket masterminds you're selling, high ticket, whatever, that stuff is cool. You can make some today money, but I wanted residual monies. And I knew that if I had a product that people loved, look, this is how you know you've got a great product. When
Okay, he's gonna stop it. Stop doing that. Okay, he's gonna go into another point here. He's making it seem like people in MLMs are such rebels. He's like, no one thought to leverage social media and start their own business, and he's making it seem like people in MLMs are like very unique and are doing something that no one else would want to do. And there's that saying they use, I don't remember it exactly, so please excuse me. Being an entrepreneur is doing things that most people won't to live a life that most people can't. I think it's that kind of idea here. Like, we're unique and interesting because we're going against the grain and we're just unique. So I had another point. What was it? I had another point. Oh my gosh, I don't remember. I gotta bring in a notebook. I'm planning an Amway video that I want to do. It's Bill Britt, and with that one, I definitely need a notebook because he talks kind of quick and he says a lot. And so I should have brought a notebook in for this one because I had a good thing to say. Acute stress disorder is a mental health problem that can occur in the first month after traumatic events. The symptoms of ASD are like PTSD symptoms, but you must have them for longer than 1 month to have PTSD. Love that. Thank you for letting us know. Exactly, Demi. It's more complex than just being stressed. Exactly, Nomi. No, you cannot get an amen. Amens are for church and not your calls. Oh, hey, Red Wing. I saw your comment up there. I didn't register that it was you. Nice to see you. Most Christians would be highly bummed if their denomination just said, okay, bye, good luck, have a nice life, have fun in heaven or whatever. Yeah, completely agree with that. I liked your saying there, have fun in heaven or whatever. I think a lot of MLM PTSD qualifies more as acute stress disorder, but they probably just have no idea it exists. Interesting. Good point. Amens are for closers. What do you mean, Red Wing? So let's let him talk, and maybe I'll remember my other point that I had earlier that I completely forgot. I'm sorry about that.
Even the quitters in the
So we know that we have a good product if our competitors all want to buy the product. Okay, but are you saying that other MLMs want to buy, like people in other MLMs want to buy your products, like your products in Modere? I highly doubt that, and I don't think that's a good metric to measure whether or not a product is high quality or not in an MLM, in my opinion.
Products you market. I don't know what company you're with. I know a lot of people are probably with the company I'm with that follow me, that are on my videos, but a lot of you are in other companies. It doesn't matter. You just need to find something that is in alignment with your values, with what you want to accomplish. And sure, for some of you, most of you, it's going to be a slow burn. Here's the truth. I was able to make a lot of money fast in the company I'm with right now, like a lot of money fast. In fact, I think it was like 16 months. Within about 16 months, we were making 6 figures a month for the first time in our career. But here's the truth. The truth is that was 16 years in the making. Why? Because we were in network marketing for 14 years before joining the company we're with right now. Does that make some sense?
Exactly. So everything you're saying is irrelevant because you're telling us to just move on if our company closes down and just provide valuable content. But you made money quickly in Modere after yours closed down because you were in for 14 or 16 years and you had a huge downline of people who trusted you and respected you and who followed you. So me, if I'm in Beachbody and it closes down and I'm at a diamond rank and I have 24 people in my downline, then I'm not going to have the same experience as you. He's going to say he made 6 figures really quickly in Modere. I'm not going to have that experience. They never acknowledge their privilege. I want them just to acknowledge their privilege. That's it. That's it. He should say, you may not have this experience because I had a big team. If you don't have a big team of people who will come with you, then you won't necessarily shoot up to the top of your new MLM so quickly. I'll be okay. Why am I annoyed?
So we were not overnight success stories. In fact, it took me 7 years just to crack a 6-figure income.
Sure, but 99% of people are not going to even make a profit. And so you're saying 7 whole years to get a 6-figure income. Anyone in your downline would dream to make a 6-figure income in 20 years, in 40 years. It doesn't matter to them. They would just want to make 6 figures. So you're not relatable by saying it took you several years to get there. You're not relatable.
I was broke as a joke. I was broke, busted, and disgusted. I was a drunk punk loser. Like I was, all I cared about was the weekends. All I cared about was drinking, girls, drugs. Like I was stupid. I was an idiot. So when I saw network marketing, it literally saved my life. Literally saved my life. Now that first company getting shut down was honestly a blessing in disguise.
It didn't save your life, because if you were really in a vulnerable situation before and you were doing harmful things and then you found whatever company and you were able to turn your life around through that company, the company didn't save your life. The company didn't improve your quality of living. You did that yourself. Because if you really were using drugs, the MLM did not help you get out of that, did not help you get yourself off. You did that yourself. So why can't we give ourselves credit when we do something important, something positive for ourselves? Why is literally every single positive thing in our life connected to the MLM? I don't understand. I also get annoyed with people acting like their privilege wasn't a factor in their success. Exactly. And when I talk about MLM versus an average employment opportunity environment, I always say, this is my experience, but I know I'm privileged, and I know not everyone has this experience. It gave him PTSD, but was also a blessing. Great point. But in MLM, we're taught we always have to see the positive in everything and take every negative situation we're in and use it as a way to learn something new about ourselves, right? So maybe he's not seeing the negative emotional response he had from it as a bad thing. He's seeing it as like he learned a valuable lesson through it. He became a better person through it, which I think is a good thing to do when there's space for that. When you're like, okay, I may have been fired from this job. I'm really upset about it, but I can learn how to act in my next work environment, right? But your emotions, your negative feelings about being let go from your job are still very valid. It doesn't mean that you should just be focusing on the lesson that you learned. You should still be focusing on processing your emotions and trying to move on. Let's let him talk.
Now, at the time, I didn't see it that way, but some people feel sorry for themselves. Oh, I had to start all over. All my people quit. Okay, great. Who are you working on? Who are you talking to? Like, let me ask you this. When's the last time you updated your profile? When's the last time you did a live video? When's the last time you told your story? When's the last time you reached out to your chicken listers? When's the last time you got on a training call and you actually listened, took notes, and took action? You're treating it like a freaking hobby. You want a filet mignon lifestyle? You can't have them hot dog habits, baby. Look, I still have a follow-up book. I don't have anything fancy. I just know the sooner I fill these pages up, the sooner I sign up that next customer, the sooner I enroll my next business partner, the sooner I change that next person's life.
So we're having a negative reaction to our to our company closing because we don't go to the events, we don't do our training, we don't work on someone. He literally said, who are you working on? We don't have genuine connections. We're not running our business the way we should. So that's why we're having a negative reaction, not because our community, if we're lucky enough to actually make money, our livelihood is gone, not because of very valid negative emotions that you may feel when your MLM gets closed. No, it's because you did not do what you're supposed to do in your business. Because if you did, you wouldn't be having these experiences. You'd be providing value to people and they would just want to come with you to the next MLM. I am also allergic to this energy, Nomi. This man, yes. Our daily method of operations has nothing to do with how we react to our company being shut down. Literally nothing. That's a very funny cult. That's very funny cultist to me too. I was a drug burnout sex guy. Then I got saved What is it with all the extremes? Plenty of us are averagely happy and okay. Have I heard an MLM person say, prior to the MLM, I was happy and content with my life. There was nothing wrong. I was happy. I don't know if I have. Have you heard of an average MLM origin story from a person in an MLM? Or is it always something extreme or sad or potentially traumatic?
I treat it like a business. One of the best things that happened is my company was shut down because I kept the faith. Yeah, I felt sorry for myself for about one day, but I knew this is just an opportunity to pivot. This is just an opportunity to see what I'm made of. Maybe I'm meant to just be a trainer. Maybe I'm just meant to build my brand and coach and train and speak and consult. Maybe I'm not meant to be in network marketing. That's literally what I thought. I had such bad MLM PTSD because of god awful, egotistical, narcissistic upline jerks. I wanted to build something.
Okay, but what you just said is a reasonable thing because your company got shut down and you took that as an opportunity to reevaluate if you want to be in the industry, if you want to do something else. I think that's a very reasonable thing to do. I don't think that's an extreme reaction. And then you're connecting that reasonable reaction to MLM symptoms. And let's use the example of you get fired from your job, right? And say it's something to do with your performance. I think it's fine to say, hey, where did I go wrong? Where could I improve? Do I need to improve something? Do I need to go back to school? Do I need to do some professional development so this doesn't happen again? Why are you connecting your reasonable reaction to PTSD, sir? I don't like it. I never heard them say, I was doing okay, then I tried this, and it's okay too. Exactly, because that's not a compelling story, right? Yes, exactly. Their pre-MLM lives seemed like pure hell. All of them. It's all the same. Exactly.
Sustainable. I wanted not just the income, but I wanted the freedom. I wanted true residuals. I wanted the promise of residual income. I wanted to be able to look people in the eye and say, you can do this. It's worth it. You can win here. You ever look at your life in reverse and you're like, oh, that thing that I thought at the time was awful, was horrible, that terrible thing I dealt with, maybe a relationship ending or a business went belly up or, a bad investment, or like, I'll give you an example. There was a beach house that I really wanted to purchase, and our realtor at the time, or not our realtor, but the realtor selling that house didn't even negotiate. So we made a lowball offer and they just accepted some other offer that was better than ours. And we're like, dude, we would have offered more money. And like, I loved that house. I loved it. But if we would have bought that house, we would have got the other house that is way nicer. That house didn't have an elevator like our beach house does. You know what I'm saying? Like, that house wasn't 3 stories, only 2 stories. It was still nice, but not as nice as the one we ended up buying. So everything happens for a reason. I truly believe that. And sometimes everything happens for a reason, and the reason is because you're stupid. You have to pay the stupid tax, right? I've made bad investments. Lesson learned. Some people get upset because they lose 15.
Okay. So again, reasonable things, a reasonable idea, and then he says something outrageous. So he was upset, like someone said, Cena said, beach house, very relatable. He's upset that he didn't get the beach house he wanted, right? And he let himself feel the feelings. Then he's like, but it's okay, because then if I got that house, I wouldn't be in the house I'm in now, and I love it. Like, say you get fired from a job, and then you find yourself in a really good job, right? And you're like, okay, I'm going to feel my feelings, but it's okay because now I'm in a better environment, right? But you say something that in day-to-day life is a reasonable attitude to have, and then you apply it in the MLM context. You're like, oh, my upline abuses me. My upline bullies me. The CEO messed up the comp plan, and now I don't make any money. Oh, but that's okay because it's just going to lead me to something better. Oh, it's okay that I had to change uplines because I was being bullied because now I'm with a different upline. Oh, it's okay. It's like, but no, if you're being bullied, if you're being mistreated, if you're not making any money, it's not okay. And we should be analyzing what's happening to us. We should be coming up with a reasonable conclusion. We shouldn't just be listening to John say, well, it's okay because something better is going to come along. I'm just not being very eloquent today, and my eyes are kind of hurting. Yes, it's very scummy. Exactly. Nobody can promise residual income. Even if you were in some classic movie, people still have to watch a movie now for you to get the money now. Exactly. Especially in MLM. And he knows this. He knows that he probably has residual income in Modere. No one in his downline does. No one in his downline does. No one can sit back and not touch their business for a year and still make money. No. Yes, I agree. Oh. Casually slip in how rich you are. Yes, yes, great point. He's like, I wanted this beach house, but now I have this one, and it has an elevator, and it has 3 stories, and I'm so wealthy. Great, great point. Just pushing that in so casually, because then maybe people will connect like MLM with riches in their mind and want to join him so they can have a 3-story beach house too. Such a sacrifice, such a sacrifice. Why would you choose this? Why would you choose this story to show how resilient you are? Wouldn't you choose a story before you found your riches and your wealth, right?
10,000 here. I bought into an MLM and I lost $500. Oh, boo freaking who? I invested $1.5 million and I'll be lucky to get back any of it. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, just what are you going to do? Might go, boo-hoo in a corner. Oh, my company was shut down by the FTC. Yeah, it sucked. But nobody really felt bad for me but me and Nadia. So stop feeling sorry for yourself because nobody else feels sorry for you. You ever heard Les Brown's quote? Don't tell people your problems. Half of them don't care. And the other half, they're glad it's you. It's terrible. You know how sad this is? Here's another sad fact. Because our company has been in momentum for like 5 or 6.
Okay, he's going to say something else ridiculous. Boo-hoo, you lost $500 in your MLM. I lost $1.5 million. I'm not crying. But what he doesn't understand, for someone who is not privileged like him, who does not make millions of dollars like him, $500 is a hugely significant amount. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, or close to paycheck, if you have children, if you have health conditions, if your pipes burst in your house, if your tire pops, or you need repairs on your car, $500 is a huge amount. If you're a student, if you can only find part-time work, for a huge amount of people, $500 is significant. And losing $500 can be horrible. And of course, you as a millionaire you're not going to see $500 as a lot of money. And that's why you're talking down on someone for feeling sorry for themselves and being scared. And I really can't stand when people just invalidate, talk down on people for their own experiences and like their reactions to stressful events. Someone losing $500 and being upset, they're not just feeling sorry for themselves and being a victim. No, they're reacting to a stressful situation. I can't stand it. Yes, humble bragging for sure. No, exactly. If that's his experience, he must meet some garbage people in the industry. Gross. This is how my mom is because of Amway training, painful experience. Just erase it from your mind and only remember the good things. She will sometimes forget things we said or bad events if they're hard. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, you're right. It's very prominent in the MLM industry. Just push the bad things out of your mind, focus on the positive, and then just move forward and keep going on your business. There's never, this bad thing happened to you. Maybe you should seek some therapy so you can work through it with a professional.
6 years, we've been one of the most dominant companies. In fact, any company that has momentum has probably copied me, Nadia, a lot of our leaders, Tanya Liza, Marina Simone, Justin Prince, like the Zaleckis, like they've copied like our collagen. And you know what bothers me is when people are like, they copy us and come out with collagen and then they're like, oh, but our collagen's better than yours. Like,
oh, you're asking PH actress how long their mom has been in it. Okay. And Nomi, I didn't know you were in Amway. I didn't know. I don't know if you've been on my Amway streams before. I know I've seen you a bunch. Don't know if you've been on those videos. But yeah, if you haven't, I have a bunch of Amway streams that you'd probably find interesting. He's not crying because he has way more than that to lose, and he will continue to con a downline to get that back more easily. Exactly. Hello, Anne-Marie. Thank you so much for joining. Isn't it funny? how he's saying everyone copies Modere and copies him and copies their big leaders. No one is thinking about you. No one is copying you. You as John Milton have not revolutionized the industry. You have not changed the industry. You are good. You are fine. You just chill. Just chill.
Like, really, bro? Like, so you're copying us and then you're also saying you're better. Like, okay, cool. Or they're copying the way we teach people to build their brand and attraction marketing. You know, back when I got involved, everybody had their MLM plastered in their bio and all over their page. And right now it's like, you don't know what company people are with, right? That's because of leaders like us. That's
not a good thing, sir. I would rather be told up front that someone's trying to recruit me into an MLM. It's not good that they hide it, sir. And you did not invent that. I don't know who did. I really don't know. But you can't. How can you just claim? What am I trying to say? What's the word? Claim credit for something that there's no way in the world for us to trace back to you. You claim that everyone copies you in Modere, but there's no way to know. There's no way to actually truly prove that it's true. So you can say anything you want. You can. I'm the best hockey player in the world. I am. But unless you see me play hockey, you're not going to know that that's false. So I can't stand it when people in MLMs just make these claims that you can't prove. I feel like I said the same thing 800 times. Sorry to break it to you, John. Lots of companies, legitimate too, have collagen. Exactly. And hi, Kirsten. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. My parents were in for 30 years, my whole life. I don't know any life without Amway, and they got my siblings in it too now. That's so sad, but I'm so happy you're here and that you're ingesting. Is that the right word? Watching anti-MLM content, especially the Amway content that I do, because your insights are always very valuable, and we always learn a lot from you in the streams. And so I think it's wonderful that you're here and educating yourself. And I hope at some point your parents fully understand what Amway is and your siblings, and they're able to remove themselves. But yeah, I'm happy you're here. Teaching people. Yes, exactly. I would rather you say I'm in Beachbody and you have it in your Instagram, whatever, than hide it from me and be secretive. Yeah. And it's nice that you two have made a connection, Nomi and PH Actress. This has happened a lot in my stream, especially the Amway ones. People say, I was in Amway in the 80s. I was in Amway 10 years ago. My sister's in Amway. And everyone just, people get connected based on their Amway experiences. And I think it's wonderful. And I'm sorry we have those experiences, but it's wonderful that we connect over the internet, you know? Nomi, how long were you in Amway for?
People like Ray
Nomi, sorry. If you are comfortable answering. If you're not, don't worry. Sorry.
Higdon. That's because of a lot of these people that teach attraction marketing and building a personal brand, right? Anyway, but I just want you to understand that we've done a really great job of revolutionizing the profession. We continue to do so.
Mark, I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. I was wondering where you've been. So nice to see you. Thank you for joining. And yes, Amway is trouble.
Continue to lead by example. And look, I don't know how many top earners that make millions of dollars a year do generic trainings like this for free to help people. But it's because we like to elevate the profession, number one. Number two, I want to make an impact. Number three, I know that there's ways to monetize my knowledge. There's ways to make money helping people. So listen, if you said, oh, well, I'm struggling, or, I got this going on, I got that going on. Guess what? Make money or make excuses. Choose wisely. If your business isn't doing well, your fault. Yeah, you can blame your upline. Sure. You can blame the company. Maybe they make changes. Maybe it's the summertime. Distractions. But guess what? We all have stuff. You don't know about all our problems because I don't sit here and complain about it. If I went over all the crap we deal with, you'd be like, damn. But you'd also be like, I don't feel sorry for you. Talk about first world problems, right? Talk about rich people problems. Hello, right? Oh, my beach house, the freaking swimming pool is leaking. Oh, John, we feel so sorry for you.
really gross example of victim blaming. Like if someone is being bullied and harassed by their upline, it's not their fault. It's not the fault of the upline. It's the fault of the victim of bullying and harassment for their reaction, for their emotions. It's their fault that they weren't able to push through that mistreatment and still succeed in their business. I think it's just so harmful. And the automatic invalidation of people's very valid experiences. Why can't we just sit there and listen and ask questions? And why are we just automatically shutting people down? We don't know what people are going through. We don't know their past. We don't know how they handle stress. We don't know if they have a history with trauma. So why are we just being so flippant? We're being so flippant because we want to train people's brains to just ignore the negative, to just push that down and to focus on the positive. Oh, you're not making money in your MLM, but oh, you brought in a new person last month. Just be grateful for that. Be grateful for the connection. Be grateful for the community. Don't focus so much on money. And it's just horrible because a lot of people who have negative experiences in MLMs, they could benefit from seeking assistance from an actual mental health professional who would very much validate their experiences and help them work through those emotions to feel like they can function as an average adult, as an average human in day-to-day life. But instead they're being told by people like John Melton to just stop complaining and get over it and just focus on their goals. And I really don't like it. I really don't like it. It makes me upset. Exactly, Kirsten. Exactly. So easy to look down from the top of the pyramid. I've been in other MLMs, but never tried selling things or recruiting like I did in Amway. Now I won't even buy MLM products, as you might expect. Oh, I'm glad that you don't even buy MLM products now. That's great. I'm glad you're here. He's making me angry too. Before this video, this is only 4 weeks ago, so it's a recent video. Before this video, I thought he was one of the more likable people, at least with the ones I found. I enjoyed listening to him. I thought he was intelligent. I thought his presentation style was good. But with this, I think my opinion of him has changed. And I don't know him personally. I'm not going to claim that he's a good or a bad person, but I just don't like how he's presenting himself in this video. Yeah. How can he be so cold and belittling to people who you make money off of? Is he being like this to people in his downline who come to him with serious issues, with serious emotions or questions? Is he just shutting them down right away? Is he shutting the people down who are part of his coaching, who would pay him money to coach them in MLM? Is this how we're treating people who pay our bills? Oh, Heather, your words are healing to my ex-Culty group members' heart. Aw, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, and I'm happy you're here. I can't imagine buying so much as a pack of gum from this individual. It's not a good sales pitch, and it's not a good pitch as to how you're going to treat people who pay for your services. That's a great point.
$30,000 a year. If you make over $30,000 a year, do you realize you're in the top 1% of the global income earners? 99% of the people in the world, maybe not in your city, state, or country, but in the world, make less than you. Now you could say, well, it's more expensive to live here and all these other things. I'm just saying, it could be worse. You could be living on the streets. It could be much, much worse. So when my company was shut down 8 years ago, I just said, okay, I got to pivot. And it was
could be worse. Your company shut down. You're not making any money. You lost your whole community, but you're not on the street, so it's fine. So be quiet. Unless you're on the streets with no money, no food, no shelter, no anything, it can always be worse. It can always be worse. And just because you're making, say you're one of the lucky ones and you're actually making $31,000 in profit in your MLM, but you're working 50 hours a week and it's still not enough for you to feed your family, well, it could be worse. You're still making more than 99% of people in the entire world. It can always be worse. It can always be worse. So how dare you just again, invalidate people's fears? If they're only making $10K a year in profit, that's not enough to feed their kids. So instead of trying to figure out where they can redirect their energy, where they can be productive and actually make money to feed their family, you're just saying, well, it could be worse. Go away.
Wake-up call. But thank God I built a personal brand. Thank God I built relationships. Thank God I had credibility and I made an impact on people, because this is how you know you've got influence. This is how you know you've done the right thing. You've taken care of people, because you're able to, when you launch a new business, bring in dozens and dozens of people. And here's what excites me even more. Sandy Humple sent me a message yesterday, one of our leaders. She joined us 7 years ago. And she's happier now 7 years later than she was when she first got started. That's what I'm all about. How many of us are on the same page? Who cares if someone joins your team, if they quit in a week or in a month, or they have a bad experience? She's like, it's quickly you respond. I go, what do you mean? She goes, I can't reach my sponsor. I send my sponsor a message and it takes 2 to 3 weeks to respond. And meanwhile, you're like this huge earner in your company and you're like responding my messages quicker than I'm responding to your messages. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a little bit obsessed with what I do.
Okay, so what did we learn? What did we learn? We learned that if our MLM shuts down, as long as we have a big downline and we have good social media posts, we'll be fine. We learned that we can't have any negative feelings or emotions connected to our livelihood and our communities being gone. We just have to move forward because it could be worse. We learned if our income goes from 80K in profit to 10K in profit, doesn't matter if we can't feed our families. We are making more than the majority of people. No, 80K to 30K. Sorry. We're making more than the majority of people in the world because we're making over 30K. We should just be grateful. We've learned we should just be grateful for anything we have in our MLM instead of questioning things, instead of wondering why we are not making the money our upline promised, wondering why we are following the systems that our upline is giving us and we're still not finding success. No critical thinking, no asking questions. Just be grateful for what you have because it could be worse. Yes, we learned if we have 30K and complain about it, we are entitled brats. Even though where I live in Canada, you can live as a single person off of 30K a year. You can. It might be tight, but you can. If you have a kid, no, you can't. If you are supporting a spouse, no, there's no way. If you have more health needs, things that aren't covered by healthcare in Canada, because not everything is free, right? If you have more health needs without insurance, you can't live off of $30,000 a year. There's a lot of people who can't live off of $30,000 a year. And the majority of people in his downline, in his coaching company, are not making $30,000 a year. Okay. I'm frustrated. Spending all that money on the company, falling and going into debt makes people fall into those could be worse situations. Exactly. He's so cavalier about other people's struggles. And everyone reacts to things differently. Everyone has a different chemical makeup in their brain. Everyone functions differently. Everyone has different experiences. So the company closing down for one person, they might be like, oh, it's fine. I'll find something else. And that could like ruin the day of someone else because everyone is different. We should be happy living at the poverty level because it could be worse. It's always our fault. And he invented collagen in all MLM strategies. Everyone copies his company. Everyone copies the big leaders in his company. Everyone copies the collagen and then says their collagen is better. And how dare they? How dare they copy the collagen? Why am I frustrated? I get frustrated sometimes. I know a few times I was repeating myself and I might not have been the most eloquent speaker, but I hope overall it was reasonably decent to listen to. And I'm very happy that there's so many people in my chat. There's so much chatter going on. I think it was fantastic. I loved the chat about K-pop and J-pop. I've never listened to J-pop before, and I will definitely look into some of those J-pop bands. I think it was Cena. Was it Cena who talked about J-pop? So I'll look into that. Thank you, Cena. And I don't know when I'm going to go live. Might be Friday, might be the weekend, but I have a Bill Britt video, and he's talking about, what was it? 66866, I think his like method to go to diamond, right? I think 66866, 66866. Yes, I'm literally Googling it because he has so many little acronym things. He has the 953 BIB and here 66866. So we're going to react to a video with Bill Britt telling us about that system, I guess. It's not really a system, but that concept. Yes, he was very frustrating in this video. I don't mind him in the other videos. In this one, it made me very upset. For sure. Thank you. Thank you. I even when I'm frustrated, I try to remain relatively calm, not focus on the person, focus on the harmful nature of what they're saying. I know a few times I might not be totally productive, but I try really hard to just still stay as calm as I can. It doesn't always happen though. Lick the stream. Aw, yay! I'm happy you liked it, Nomi. That's so nice. They're strange friends. I'm not surprised that they weirded you out. I love the sunglasses vibe / branding as someone with light sensitivity. Oh, yay. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to keep wearing them until my eyes don't hurt anymore. Might be a while. So that's all I have today. This was awesome to have everyone here. Mark, it was great to see you again. I've missed having you here. And I will see you guys for my next Amway stream. Bye.